Yeah, so Brendan, you guys have put out what is a fairly comprehensive look, and you've divided it into 6 ways. Just take us through what the most important bits are. Where do we start?
I mean, the biggest thing everyone's going to be watching when the new leadership of the party comes out is the order that they come out in. Traditionally, there's this big set event at the end of the Communist Party Congress, which is held twice every decade. The leader of the party, which everyone expects to be Xi Jinping, is expected to come out first, and then we'll see a procession of officials follow out from behind him there. Right now, the number 2 person in the party, as has been for the last 10 years, is Li Keqiang, the premier. We'll be looking to see if he's still in that role, if he retires early, or if he stays on, and who follows up, because he's said already that he's planning to retire. So that the question of who follows him there will be closely watched. The premier's job, obviously, is incredibly important, controls nominally at least all the government agencies.
And with vacancies, you mentioned the Politburo too. 9 of 18 members are set to retire this year. Who are we looking out for in terms of filling those spots?
Well, I mean, the last time, 5 years ago, we saw a tremendous turnover in the Politburo, 25 members in total, 15 were replaced. Of those, we saw many people who had close personal ties to Xi Jinping catapulted into that body. We'll be looking to see if he completes that process now, if he ends up with a Politburo that is made up of 70–80% allies, people who will likely be more on board with his policies and provide less resistance. I mean, I think the question here we're all looking at is not how much control, is not whether Xi Jinping will be consolidate control, but just how much control he will have and how unrivaled he will be in that control. He will likely emerge as the most senior veteran member of this body, with surrounded by people who owe their careers to him on their way up.
Brendan, one final quick one, if you could explain to us. Party charter, that's number 6. What does that mean exactly? What are we looking for there?
Well, 5 years ago, we had him write his personal doctrine into the party charter. We'll be looking for him to abbreviate that down, boil that down to something like Xi Jinping thought, which would resemble Mao Zedong thought, which is also in the which is also already in the charter. This would put his doctrine, his philosophy on par with that of the great party patriarch. So this is all part of the process, really, of making not only in a historical way, putting Xi Jinping on a level with Mao Zedong, but in a current context, putting him above everyone else and making any effort to question his decisions much more difficult.